It's the most wonderful time of the year. And that's transfer season, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan. I hope you're doing well. I really do hope that, mate. Welcome back to Chelsea News, of course. The daily series here on the channel where I reflect on what's been said about Chelsea, giving you my opinion on it, more importantly, asking for yours. That's right, dear viewer/listener, you, mate. You. I want your opinion. So welcome back. We're talking about all sorts of things today. Another attacker, Ronaldo, Presnel Kimpembe, Thomas Tuchel's target. He wants another one, another elite centre-back. Are we selling Levi Colwill? What else is going on? Koulibaly, contract all signed. Wicked, feeling good, baby girl. If you are too, please do drop a like on the video. That's very kind of you, mate, and I really do appreciate that, good friend. You are a good friend. You are welcome to subscribe, of course, should you choose to do so. Hit the bell noti icon so you get updated. I uploaded 3 videos yesterday. 1, 2, 3. There's a lot of content. Do subscribe. Let's get into it. Right then, where should we start? There's been uproar on social media on the Twitter platform that potentially Levi Colwill will be sold on a permanent. This was tweeted by Fabrizio Romano, causing mass debate among Chelsea fans. I personally would prefer to keep Levi Colwill, as would a lot of people, but people are reacting in various different levels of severity. Some are like, it's a shame. Some are indifferent. Some people are turning on Thomas Tuchel. I would have to have a great deal of things change for me not to adore the current Chelsea manager. I don't actually know the situation personally behind the scenes, what his take is on Colwill and what the ideas are, so it would be silly for me to judge. Even if he is sold and not given what I deem a fair chance, Tuchel has done so much good for Chelsea. Not just his body of work in the managerial sense with the Champions League and whatever, etc., etc., but how he's represented Chelsea throughout turbulent times and his general persona. I love Tuchel, and it would take a lot for me not to love Tuchel. So we'll see what happens with Levi Colwill, but it is being speculated and rumoured that the youngster might be sold. In the meantime as well, a season-long loan for Ian Maatsen to Burnley down in the Championship to play under Vincent Kompany. He's managing them now, isn't he? That would be an excellent... well, a lot of people said, Ian Maatsen, he should be around for a rotational option. I'm not sure how realistic that is, but to get him a Championship loan... Hopefully it's another opportunity for Ian Maatsen to develop. Maybe he can be utilised as wing-back cover moving forwards into next season after this one coming. But that's too far ahead, so let's put a pin in that and move on. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, feel positive because Kalidou Koulibaly is done. Fabrizio Romano tweeting late last night, or in the morning, paperwork signed between Chelsea and Napoli for Kalidou Koulibaly. The deal for €40 million, about £34 million, just under. It's all completed now, it's done. He will sign in the morning. This morning, he could have already been signed at time of recording. Then he'll fly to Los Angeles. Koulibaly will be unveiled as the second Chelsea signing very soon. Here we go, confirmed. So essentially the same situation as Raheem Sterling. And he'll probably have something similar out in Los Angeles. Well, if it is in Los Angeles, will he be Los Angeles? Yeah, he'll fly to Los Angeles. We're going to be there still. And then he'll, take some photos next to some palm trees. We'll talk about how good he is. There'll be an interview about what's going on, and everyone will feel fantastic. Chelsea currently have Koulibaly, Thiago Silva, Trevor Chalobah. And we're still looking at Nathan Ake and, of course, Presnel Kimpembe, who we are going to talk about in a couple of minutes and talk about his stats and, etc., etc., etc. I am going to jump over now to Cy Phillips's news website, chelsea-news.co. Excuse me. Thomas Tuchel coy on Ronaldo, but does not rule out signing another forward. Thomas Tuchel is known often to be very diplomatic and wise during interviews in public, and I believe he has done just that again in his first interview of the season yesterday. He did that with Sky Sports, of course. With Chelsea currently in LA on pre-season tour, all this kind of content gets released overnight, so English citizens have to spend time in the morning playing catch-up. I guess that's role reversal with our American and other overseas fans. Yeah, my heart goes out to all of you guys in America India and all these other, countries where you have to get up at certain times. Look, I don't want it to change because, I want to be able to go and watch Chelsea and sing Chelsea on my time zone, but I absolutely sympathise and might struggle/fail to watch the pre-season games. So, yeah, big up all you guys out there. You know who you are. Thomas Tuchel did an interview with Sky Sports, and of course, one of the subjects was transfers, having just confirmed the signing of Raheem Sterling. By the way, he spoke about Raheem Sterling as the number one priority, the top target, which is cool because he's been delivered. Again, many of you, I think everyone's feeling pretty positive on Sterling now and feeling gassed now they've seen him in LA posing in the shirt, looking cool, talking about, the homecoming to London, people looking a little bit closer on his consistent stats, people paying a little bit more attention to what he's done off the pitch and what a great character Raheem Sterling is. A lot of people have caught up and been quite excited about this. So to hear maybe he's the priority attacking target kind of is fine now. But the big question was, will there be any more signings in attack? And perhaps more importantly, was he interested in signing Cristiano Ronaldo? Ronaldo, by the way, who was desperate to get out of Manchester United. Tuchel didn't actually respond to the Ronaldo links, but he did say he didn't rule out signing another forwards. By the way, there's that, I haven't mentioned it here on the channel, but there was that video floating around social media of that guy getting an autograph from Tuchel saying, "Are we signing Cristiano Ronaldo, Thomas?" And he said, "I wouldn't tell you if we were." So you can make of what you will of that. So Tuchel said in this interview, "I would not rule out signing another striker, but right now it is not the priority. The priority right now is defence. It's not a secret. From there, we need to see what's possible. We're competing against two top teams, but Tottenham did a very active and aggressive and early transfer period. They have maybe the strongest squad they have ever had with one of the best coaches in the world." All true, unfortunately, for Chelsea fans. Man United are never shy of recruiting with a new coach, and Arsenal have some big signings already, so we need to keep up the level and keep competitive. Not overly worried about Arsenal, I think they are good, but Tottenham is a problem, I think, personally, with Conte doing his, almost prison-style pre-season training when the players are throwing up in the heat and loads of new signings, and that does worry me. That makes me think of 2016 Chelsea's title-winning campaign. So be afraid, be very afraid of Tottenham. Be interesting to see if we do sign another attacker, if indeed Hakim Ziyech gets his loan to AC Milan. We'll see what happens there. Jumping over to The Athletic. David Ornstein, right? Look at sweat patches, man. It's so hot in the studio. David Ornstein writing about Presnel Kimpembe. Chelsea are in talks to sign him from Paris Saint-Germain. Chelsea are in talks with Paris Saint-Germain for the signing of Presnel Kimpembe. The Athletic understands. It is believed the French champions are open to sanctioning the 26-year-old sale if their valuation is met. 26-year-old, yet to enter his prime as a centre-back. Ooh la la. So far, that has not happened, but the talks continue as Chelsea attempt to land a key target for the left centre-back position. Juventus are also keen on recruiting him because they're going to have to replace Matthijs de Ligt should he go to Bayern, and they themselves have already made contact with PSG. Kimpembe has risen through the ranks at PSG and made 151 Ligue 1 appearances for the French side. Chelsea are looking to strengthen their defence, having already agreed to sign Koulibaly from Napoli, and are hopeful of signing Man City's Nathan Ake. If a lot of people would see both Kimpembe and Ake as overkill, and if we sign Presnel Kimpembe, people will be thinking the first choice, and understandably, will be thinking the first choice back three would be Thiago Silva, Presnel Kimpembe on the left, and Kalidou Koulibaly on the right, which is a formidable back three. And there's also speculation talk, I believe Liam Twomey of The Athletic as well had reported that Thomas Tuchel is considering and planning on switching to a back four. How many ruddy centre-backs do you need? Of course, granted, should we sign Nathan Ake as well? He has the versatility to play as a full-back as well. Let's look at the positive strengths of the scouting report of Presnel Kimpembe. There it is. This is obviously coming from FBref. This is his most positive strengths. And as you can see, it's passing. Pass completion, look, lots of the 99th percentile here. Completion, completed and attempted in short, percentage completed in short. He does a lot of short passes, tiki-taka style, really, really important for the way we play. Good pass completion for medium and long. He's in the top 1% for every single type of pass in terms of completion, short, medium and long. He'd be really good at switching play. Ground pass is really good as well. And he still does like good defensive work with passes intercepted. He's still in the 96th percentile. He does get involved to carry the ball into the midfield because, as you can see, he's in the 96th for touches in the midfield with third there. And already this is giving you strong Rudiger vibes for that left hand. Rudiger made the most passes as a centre-back in terms of, well, often did anyway. And you'd think Presnel Kimpembe would absolutely do that. Rudiger always advanced into the midfield. Kimpembe could do that. He's 3 years younger than Rudiger. He's a very good and aggressive player as well. Doesn't pass out of bounds. He's very good for carries and all that kind of stuff, and passes into the final third. You want a passing centre-half to replace Antonio Rudiger, to play on the left. Look no further than Presnel Kimpembe, man. I just quickly want to check something. I believe he's left-footed, but I just want to confirm that right now. Yeah, he's left-footed, so he'd play on that left-hand side. He'd do the Antonio Rudiger role of advancing the ball into midfield, and he's excellent at passing. He's a little bit of a shithouse as well, which is incredibly important for not just the Premier League, but we're missing a little bit of that in Chelsea. He's tall, he's big. Suddenly, we're not going from, I heard Joe Tweedy talking in London and Blue about concerns about height if Jules Koundé came in the back line. But to be honest, we signed Kalidou Koulibaly and Presnel Kimpembe. We suddenly have a really big, strong, tall backline, and that works in the Premier League very, very well indeed. Of course, again, I think this would be a welcome signing, Kimpembe. I did tweet out how I'd almost rather, as things stand, keep Colwill over Kimpembe, but upon reflection, maybe Kimpembe, Thiago Silva, Koulibaly is just too good to deny. Maybe we don't sign Nathan Ake. We'll see what happens there. Look, I really want to get the collective fan opinion on this. So please do comment down below. Let me know what you think of Presnel Kimpembe. Do you think he's, a good target for Thomas Tuchel? Where do you feel like our back three will be going? Do you think we'll switch to a back four? Do you feel like we need another attacker? Start the conversation up between yourselves in the comment section. I'll be down there having a look at what you guys are saying. Please do remember to drop a like on your way out to show some sweet love and support. And you are, of course, all welcome to subscribe if you're yet to do so, baby. Of course, I upload all the time. Turn the bell on when you subscribe. Guys, look forward to seeing you very soon. Peace.